Welcome to Fly Eats Kitchen. I'm Jessica, your host, and today we are getting into a pasta favorite. We're making stuffed shells, of course, with a fly twist. Make sure that you like, subscribe, share, comment below, and this is about to be your new favorite recipe. This recipe calls for super simple ingredients. Honestly, the basic way to make this is just, of course, with your beautiful shells. You need tomato sauce, your favorite cheeses, but of course we have to add our little fly touch to it. So I have some wild-caught Argentinian red shrimp, my fave, some lump crab, some ricotta cheese, some Parmesan Romano cheese, as well as freshly grated mozzarella. We have onions, fresh parsley, all the fresh things. Y'all know I'm gonna throw some garlic in here too. We also have, like I said, tomato sauce, and so I like to use normally just the canned tomatoes. These are the crushed ones, and just kind of like create my own kind of concoction just because I like to control the sodium that I put into it. But I have to say that Trader Joe's has this really yummy, spicy, chunky tomato sauce as well that I'm going to combine with the canned stuff because it's just going to add that additional kick that I also love. So let's get right into it. We're going to go ahead and start with with the stuffing for our shells. In a large mixing bowl, you're going to add your shrimp. Make sure that you devein it, clean it properly, season it up. I added all-purpose seasoning from Untoast. I also threw in some lump crab meat as well as fresh chopped parsley. I then threw in freshly grated mozzarella. Of course, you can use prepackaged cheese, but honestly, y'all, the freshly grated cheese is so much better. So definitely try it out, at least for this recipe. Throw in your garlic, and then I put in a few dollops of ricotta cheese. I'm not a huge ricotta fan, but I do believe that this really elevates the flavors in this stuffing for the stuffed shells. And so you can kind of play it by ear and control how much ricotta you would like. If you wanted to stop right here, you could, but we're about to make this thing extra cheesy, and so we can't stop, won't stop. I added some more mozzarella and then some Parmesan Romano cheese. That gives it an additional kind of flavor, and it has a lot of salt in it, not in a bad way, but in a flavorful way, so you don't have to worry about putting extra salt into this mixture. So mix it completely, set it to the side, and let's get ready into our sauce. This tomato sauce is super easy. On a medium-large pot on medium-high heat, you're gonna add some oil, your sweet onions, as well as your garlic. Go ahead and saute that just for a few minutes until translucent. Add a little bit of salt, but you don't wanna go crazy. We wanna control the sodium within this sauce. Add in your crushed tomatoes as well as your spicy, chunky tomato sauce from Trader Joe's. I promise it's gonna be worth it. I can't lie, don't judge me. Add a little bit more garlic powder, bring it into a boil, and then just let it simmer just for a few minutes until you're ready to stuff. But we're ready. Let's get to stuffing. I've already begun stuffing some of our shells, and it already looks amazing. It's not even cooked yet. So what you're gonna do is make sure that your shells have cooled down a bit so it's easy to manage. We don't need you burning yourself. What I did was, in a nice baking pan, place a little bit of that tomato sauce that we made at the bottom, and then you're gonna stuff the shells and place them on top. Extra cheese, extra yumminess, you know what it is, right? So like I said, you're gonna grab your shell, get a nice beautiful scoop of our stuffing, all that parsley and cheese, crab, shrimp. It's beautiful. It's chunky and beautiful. And I'm just gonna place it in here and continue that same, not the broken one. I don't like the broken ones. It's the OCD in me. We're gonna get one that's not broken and stuff that. And you're just gonna continue that same process all along. You can layer it on top, like you have like a double layer if you want. You could just make it a single layer. It really just depends on obviously how many people you're gonna have eating it, or if you're doing like a meal prep for the week, how much that you want. And so we're gonna continue doing this, and then we're gonna place it in the oven at 375 for about 15 to 20 minutes, just so that the shrimp and the crab can kind of cook inside of that shell and all the cheese can melt and combine beautifully. So let's finish this up so we can go ahead and bake and try. Now that our shells are all stuffed, all that's left to do is to pour some of that yummy tomato sauce all across it, add some cheese, and then into the oven for 15 to 20 minutes at 350. Our stuffed shells are all done, and my God, it looks good. The pan is still pretty hot, but I just want to show you guys how yummy and cheesy, and that tomato sauce. I sprinkled some parsley up top, added a little bit of extra cheese, and now all that's left is to taste. Look how big this is. Like, It's such a nice portion, but it's so good. It smells so yummy. That cheese, oh my God. It's so good. It's the perfect combo of that chunky shrimp, the lump crab, the ricotta. And I'm not even a huge fan of ricotta, but I can't lie, the creaminess of it just makes the stuffing like even better. And that mozzarella, the parmesan, you don't even have to put additional seasonings because all that cheese just provides all that flavor and it combines amazingly. You guys, make sure that you try this recipe. It's so easy, so quick to make. I have to say it's probably like 30 minutes. Like who can't do that? You can do it. Make sure that you guys like, subscribe, share, comment below, and I'll catch you in another episode of Fly Eats Kitchen.